Hello and welcome back to Pillars of Eternity 2, Deadfire. We are in front of Dunwich, where we have, I think, is it one or two quests that we have to turn in? I remember that we have killed the ship captain and destroyed the ship in the last episode, but I think that was not for here, it was for Dunwich. Oh yeah, well, we are in Dunwich. Okay, so we're not in Deadfire right now. We have two quests to turn in, I believe. Speak with Captain Ferrante in Dunwich, yes. And return to Udita. So, okay, let me remember that we go to Udita first. Okay, I have no idea where Udita was at. So maybe let's go here first and look around. Yeah, it could be the person who was standing here, right? Yeah, I'm right. It's her.
What's the good word, Scuttler?
Udita clamps her pipe in her teeth and grins. You don't have to worry about Sean any longer.
Hope the Navy doesn't trouble you none over it. They tend to hold a grudge.
Shrugging, Udita passes you a pouch of coins.
Hey, you're better at this than I thought. You open to more work and more coin for your troubles?
She puffs on her pipe and leans in close. What bounties do you have available?
Your next target is Kuaru, a Huana captain with a black mark on his name. He sees outlander ships like floating game ready to be harpooned.
Well, I take the bounty.
I knew you would.
Udita winks.
Kuaru helms the junk Kamat O Ngati and lurks on the outskirts of Kua Urikuhu island chain, east of Nekataka. Good hunting, Scuttler.
Alright, farewell. Well, like I said before, we're not going to pursue those quests directly, but if we happen upon those ships where we have bounties for, I'll just, well, take them. Alright, let's go to the Captain Ferrante. Okay. Here we are. Captain Ferrante.
Ah, Watcher. Good, you have arrived.
Chin jutting upward, he grants you a winsome smile. His left cheek dimples as the smile spreads to show teeth.
Ahoy there yourself, Captain. What do I be but a pretty bit of man-meat to dangle from a wrist? As easily forgotten as set aside.
Arms akimbo and head askance, Seraphin smirks. Ferrante rubs his thumb over his cold and swollen, violent thoughts gliding over his face like dark clouds. Then he smiles, but it's a vicious expression more than a pleasant one.
A little seabird informs me that you have dealt with our mutual problem, the scoundrel Benuet.
His eyes glint as a fierce grin cuts across his face, and his lone dimple deepens.
I hear you have a flair for the dramatic, or should I say, explosive antics? A magnificent way to settle one's disputes indeed. And you truly left Benuet's reputation in pieces.
Ah, you're talking about the captain that I killed on Deadfire with the exploding piano. Yeah.
Gelarde, for this you have my grandest commendation.
You'd have been right amused, you would. Few sights as fine as that hard blowing three-sheeter getting what's long been doing.
Hands on his hips, Seraphin just juts his chest forwards, blue fur expanding like a bird's plumage.
You are lacking in so many ways, my former ship hunter, but no one can say you are not entertaining. I myself would have enjoyed watching you put the scoundrel in his place.
I didn't bother with Benwith just for your praise.
No, as my memory serves me, you did not.
A flare of anger sharpens his smile and burns darker the color of his eyes.
And as promised, I have prepared for you a fine prize.
With a sweep of his arm, he offers you a magnificent cloak, a cloak of protection, which is mediocre, to be honest.
However, there is another matter of which we must now speak.
Yeah?
I must confess to you a bit of a problem has arisen, one which speaks to your expertise with the supernatural. We've sighted the floating hangman that haunts the Deadfire.
A ghastly and rotting ship that haunts the Deadfire, manned by an undead crew. This vessel is rumored to calm the seas and sails veiled within an unnatural fog. Interesting. Wait, did you just say a ghost ship? No. Do elaborate. His lips thin, pressed taut as he half shrugs one shoulder, infuriatingly non-committal.
This galleon, what likely remains of the Von Ferros, is a frightful legend.
On Ferris, iron strength.
We have been losing ships at sea, amigo. And not to those Valera ship-hunting bastards. I believe the floating hangman may be our culprit. Fortune favors us, as I have procured a survivor from such a recent sinking. You will consider what she has to say.
Head craning abruptly to the side, he barks a loud order.
Come forth, Selenia. Quickly now, or I will run rivers of your lethargic blood.
At that last, he smiles. Sun-blistered and raw bones, the pirate regards you both with a discerning glare. She tongues a chapped bottom lip, but keeps quiet.
Well, spit it out, Selenia, and try not to embarrass me before our guest.
Of course, Captain. It might have pretty hard near the end, but I spit the tale as best as I can.
The pirate touches a spot at the base of her skull and winces. She glances off to the side, eyes black and full of hurt. Ferrante sighs and rubs tiredly between his brows.
Go on, gent. I'm ready as I'm like to get me.
With a shiver, the pirate turns her black button eyes to you. Alright, so what happened to you?
Saw my old crew slaughtered me, my best mates, and even a few I hated. They weren't but blood and meat in the end. It branded the back of my eyes that moment. High seas, nothing but blue all around. Then, mist so thick you could taste it. Ships sailed from within. Out of nowhere. Was a hunt, not for loot, but for bodies. The ship, it looked...
She gropes at her hip, but there's nothing there. Fingers fumbling at the air, she bares her teeth.
rotted. The crew, they were all undead. Couldn't stop them from boarding. Couldn't kill them. Couldn't even fight them in the end.
How were you taken by surprise on the open sea?
Me and my crew were adept. Alert. Always. No. Weren't no one gonna get the jump on us.
But still it happened.
Was some magic foul. Just sudden like, the winds died, the waters fell flat and the air got heavy. They turned sky and the sea both against us. Then this thick fog roiled up at midday. Without a sound, the Spectre ship
She glides her hand in the air.
skimmed right out. It was too late. We couldn't outsail it.
When did this happen? She ruffles a hand through her short hair, scowls.
Deny me. Drifted for days, maybe longer. Kept winking in and out after I ran out of drink.
One of mine found her no more than a week ago. Malnourished, dehydrated. The poor girl was scarcely able to speak.
Well, I'm more than able to gabble now, aren't I? Could sail, too. No, you got no reason to keep me.
She flits her hands over the softness of her shirt. Perception. Again, her fingers hesitate close to her hip, the fabric crinkled there, where a pistol might normally be strapped. The muscle ticks in Ferrante's jaw, but he otherwise ignores her.
Perhaps there is something else you wish to ask of our guest before she departs from us.
Tell me about them, the undead.
They were dreadful. Some were clothed, like maybe they'd only recently died. Others weren't more than moving bones. One was different. Her presence was overwhelming. Heavy. Flames burned in the place of her eyes.
Flames.
The crew shambled hard to do her bidding, even the ones who seemed hardly aware. Figured she was the captain, me.
She shrugs, gaze going far away.
There is a flag the floating hangman flies. A flag that once heralded the Fonferus of Old Valia. It belonged to a Darkotsi paladin of some legend, one Lucia Rivan. But Selenia's knowledge is limited in this regard. Let us instead ask her of a subject she may know.
How'd you survive the attack?
Calling me Craven? Huh, sure, I am.
She snorts. She rubs at the back of her head rough, like she needs it to hurt.
Took a knock-in and I was out for a while. When I came to, they were eating Ganasco, our steward.
Oh.
I dropped a dinghy and rode for it. Don't know why they didn't give chase. Don't much care me.
Alright, that'll be all. Selenia cuts a glance to Ferranti for confirmation. When he dismissively waves her away, her black eyes narrow and she raises her chin, defiant. But then he turns his full gaze to her, suddenly seething, and she shrinks in on herself. Fist shaking at her sides, she reluctantly retreats.
She belongs to Aldis, who undoubtedly will come to claim her soon. But that is a problem for another time.
Ferranti sighs.
One moment, Watcher.
The captain scowls at Selenia's retreating back, a dark anger warming his cheeks. Perception. Selenia's loyal to Aldis, neither adhere to the same principles as you. Wonder chases across his face. It lightens the color of his eyes.
How very clever of you. Indeed, the White Kestrel and her crew were pledged to Aldis.
He drums his fingers against the blunderbuss strapped to his chest.
However, it is not by virtue of Aldis that Selenia yet lives, and I would have that well remembered. I can be a generous leader, you understand.
And you can be a ruthless one too.
Truly.
He grins, arrogant and dangerous. On his left cheek, his dimple cuts deep.
Allow me to cut to the heart of it. Lucia Rivan, whose flag flies atop our spectral ship, was a Darkotsi paladin who died more than 200 years ago.
Okay, so a famous family, Darkotsi.
It is my hope that uncovering the details regarding dear Rivan's fate in life may illuminate the nature of her undeath and how to defeat her galleon. Unfortunately, the only soul who could possibly shine more light on our situation lies buried deep within Neketaka.
Uh-huh.
One Isir the Berethian, now well rotted, I presume.
I've actually spoken with his seer. His brows hoist high up his forehead.
Meaning what by that last? You were able to read his soul, despite how much time has passed?
Well, no. Isir was mortally wounded, yet refused to wholly die. Instead, he was reborn as an undead to defend Parath's faith for all eternity.
God save us from fools who battle with blind trust.
But he shakes his head as if he's already accepted the truth of your words.
A death guard? How fascinating. And terrible. I must, of course, presume that you've unearthed a promising lead for us. Perhaps you were able to learn about Rivan's whereabouts, of where her spectral ship oft anchors?
That's an interesting thing. I'll tell you, but the survivor, the loyalist to Aldis, must go free. Ferranti pinches the bridge of his nose.
Selenia is not a captive. The matter is not whether she will go free, but when. If you insist it must be sooner, then so be it.
If she's not a prisoner, what's with the animosity between you two?
She is uncouth, and would happily repay my benevolence with a knife in the back. Yet you fault my precaution.
How was I supposed to know that? That's why I'm asking. Well, Isir tracked Rivan after she had become a death guard. They fought near the Isle of Dusk. I would have thought that he is so safe here that no one would try. The captain strokes his chin, his gaze contemplative.
I can summon to mind no island with such name. Likely it hides now behind another. I will charge my best chroniclers to track our isle through the centuries. I believe you're becoming an invaluable asset to the Principe, and I deeply value each of my assets. You must accept this token of my immense appreciation.
Upright captain's belt. Immune to push and pull effects. Hold fast +1 constitution grants hold fast. What is hold fast? Ah yeah, that's this It grants concentration on combat stats. Okay, not something for me, but maybe some of my companions could use it.
Keep an ear to the sea, amico. I will contact you when I have made a significant gain into the investigation of our mysterious floating hangman.
Of course. Alright. I'll give this to... probably to her. Would make sense, I guess, because she currently has Grant's Gaunt's Pledge. Yeah, right. Gaunt's Pledge. She has a generous portion of the caster's divine strength, restoring significant... yeah, this is healing. And she probably needs that more than Constitution. What would be yours? Athletics. I think you're gonna get concentration, yeah, that will be fine. Alright, and this one, Cloak of Protection. Anyone not near wearing a cloak? No, I think we're fine. Okay.
Oh, you shouldn't have.
Alright. What do we do next? Explore the uncharted islands around Migrant's Teeth, maybe that? Travel to Bikarna's Observatory. Northeast of Neketaka. Yeah, I think I haven't been there yet, so let me do that. Is that also with her? No, Karatapu Channel southwest of Neketaka. Let me go here first, because I haven't seen much of the southwest of Neketaka yet. Okay, Karatapu Channel southwest of Neketaka. Should I go sell some things first? Yeah, let's wait a second, I could do it here. There's no need to go somewhere for this. Okay, those two things I wanted to keep for now. Actually, should I keep them? Because I know I won't need the shield because no one else is using a shield. Only Idea right now. And for the blunderbuss, it was a pistol, I mean. It does do damage to nearby enemies, nearby friends, so I'm not quite sure if I should. Damage to anyone near the target, that's the problem. I don't want the conductive blast. Can I get rid of the conductive blast as well? Charged fields? It still has a conductive blast though. But now it wouldn't have. Storm Rune Shot? The bullet disintegrates on impact, showering the area with conductive shards. Pulses shock damage on all targets. Well, not really my idea of how it should be. Yeah, overload is paralyzed. Yeah, now it doesn't really make any sense to use this one. So I don't want to hurt my companions, that's why. Add to cards. Okay, refilled everything. Probably something to drink would be nice. Minus 10 combat speed, plus 40 hull health. Actually, plus 40 hull health is quite good. Probably will need this for the, for this ship. Troll Stitch Sails. Troll Stitch Sails, plus 5, plus 5. 15 combat speed, travel speed. The sail health would be... Actually, that's fine, because we have now plus 40 hull health. And... sail health is a bit different, right? Than hull health. Okay, so let me buy some upgrades here as well then. Okay, I think we're fine. I got some upgrades here. Combat speed and travel speed, that's not an upgrade. Arcane Lantern is also not. Steel Helm, nope. Captain's Quarters and Menagerie, we already have that. Living Steel Anchor, also no upgrades. Looker Helm and Rudder. Palm Seals. 20 meters. Okay, the sail health would be very low. Travel speed and combat speed high, but I think it's better with sail health and travel speed. Yeah, that'll be good. Okay. Perfect. Now let me put the things here. Hull health 160. Was that all? I think that is all. Yeah. I have to buy something to drink for sure, yeah. There must be drinks. Endearing mead. Oh yeah. 50 of those should be enough. Hearty breakfast. I think I have enough. There's nothing else? Well, if you only have that to drink, then I'll buy more of that. 6,000, yeah, that'll be fine. Wait a second, I have to go check here. Okay, now we're good, and by sea we go. Okay, southwest of Nikitaka, Karatapu Channel. Nikitaka, southwest, Karatapu Channel. We're in the south, this is the east, this is the west, Karatapu Channel. Doesn't really say anything about Karatapu Channel. Oathbinder's Sanctum, this is another quest, which we also need to get to. Was it this one? Berkana's Observatory? No, that's a different one. Karatapu Channel. Khan heard tell of a massive temple dedicated to Wardikan, a large island near the Karatapu Channel, southwest of Nikitaka. One way or another. A large island near the Karatapu Channel. Question is, what is the Karatapu Channel here? Large island. And maybe I'll go here. We can check this out. I think I've been on this island already. I guess we'll just go this way. Somewhere here, probably. I guess we'll see. This is the Karatapu Channel, and we need a large island here. I've been here already. Karen of Sour Tuk Tuk. Maybe it's the one here, because this one is not completely Oathbinder's Sanctum. Have I been here or have I not been here? I don't remember that. We'll see. After hours spent wandering through the desert, you stumble into a lush oasis nestled against the base of a massive pyramid. You search for an entrance and finally spy one at the very top of a long staircase. Ascend the pyramid. It's a tough climb, but that doesn't stop you. Drenched in sweat, you finally enter the welcome shade of the room at the top of the pyramid.
Deserted, but the candles keep burning.
Looks to be a real warm welcome, Cap. Got that thing hanging off Ngati's face.
Sometimes Aethys likes to keep the candles burning in his church when no one's around. But that ain't Aethys.
A light's foot and an heavy bullet eye, Cap.
I have not been here yet, so it might be something. Yeah, it's actually right. We're actually on the right track here. Search for Oswald inside the Oathbinder's Sanctum. Alright. We have a level up for Asina, Arcane, History, Arcana, History, and then what do we go for? Wall of Training. Enemies passing through or standing in this wall will lose time. No, maybe not. And empowers are not interesting to me. Spell resistance, quick summoning, improved critical. Let me take the improved critical then. What do we have here? This fractured relief portrays the broken crown symbol of Werdika. Well, we're certainly on the right track here. The eyes of the statues seem to follow you wherever you walk. Licensed obsidian flake. Let's go downstairs. Alright. Which way to go? There's a spirit that will see us, but is it a hostile
You hear
spirit?
that? Whispers in the darkness. Whispers from the grave.
There'll be a whole lot of hostile down here, Cap. Be keeping a weather eye open.
Nice that they got a whole room where their skeletons can relax.
Yeah, they will probably come back to life to attack us if I'm talking to this one.
Isn't this something?
The translucent visage of an orlin glows before you. At your approach it shimmers. You are swallowed by a tide of bewilderment. Reach for the soul. As your mind strains towards the confused soul, the presence of other spirits begins to prick at the edge of your awareness. You sense their rage is directed not only at the bright soul, but at your intrusion. A rush of grisly images flash before you. Sadistic murders, violent torture, and worse. A din of spiteful whispers assaults your mind as the depraved souls relieve their gruesome crimes. They take glee in the terror of their victims. The confusion of the bright soul essence, emboldened by your presence, it shines with a steady azure glow. The whispering souls retreat to the shadows. Your mind clears. You extend your perceptions to the bright soul, and it reaches out to you in turn. The word slips away. You wake with a start, unable to breathe. Someone covers your mouth with their hand, their grip so tight you can taste the salt in their sweat. But you're hauled from your bed by three dark figures. They drag you screaming down the stairs and toss you into the road. You stumble to your feet only to be painfully thrown back down. Taut ropes bite into the flesh of your wrists. "Murderer," accuses one. "Betrayer," shouts another. Your neighbors watch from their windows, mouths agape. None of them come to help. They turn away as you scream their names. You feel a jolt on the back of your head and darkness envelops you. When you come to, your knees ache against cold sandstone. You betrayed nothing, killed no one. Confusion and pain swirl in each panicked plea. Hardened eyes stare back at your thoughts lit in an expressionless mask. We found no reprieve in them. Words are spoken but lost within the rhythmic pounding in your head. This can't be happening. The masked figure demands justice. A sword swings, and you feel the hot bite of steel against your neck. Oblivion rolls over you like a tide. Abruptly, you find yourself back in the ruin. The confused spirit pleads to you without words, its shimmering glow almost childlike. You were executed for a crime you didn't commit. It wasn't your fault.
If you've seen what you need to see, Watcher, I'd like to fulfill my duty and reap this soul. Will you allow it?
Jyoti raises her lantern eager. The light slices eerily across her face. Go ahead. With a rattling shake, the lantern's otherworldly light flares, and the soul is sucked inside. A hard shudder racks Jyoti forward, and she moans, sweat beading on her brow. Jealous whispers return with renewed malice. The guilt of the damned bears down upon you, an unholy chill that sinks deep into your bones, your very marrow running cold eyes. Cold as ice. Unnatural shadows dance in the darkness around you. Interesting. Ah, yes. And we'll attack those shadows then. Come on.
Hit me again and I'll...
This one? Okay. Looks like we're
That up, didn't I?
much higher level than those shadows here. Alright. It's easy because we are high level. Silver loose. Let's grab everything that they left behind. Plus, what is this? 2 garnets, okay. Alright, back to stealth, and we continue. I don't know which level this... Okay, difficulty doesn't say, so it's probably below my current level. I should probably end this episode here. Is this like some mechanism to open a wall? Yes, it is. And it would go further down here. But we will continue in the next episode as we've reached almost 30 minutes of recording time. So yeah, thank you for watching, and I hope to see you in the next episode of Pillars of Eternity 2 Deadfire. Until then, bye bye.